Good morning. Good morning. Callie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Good morning, man. How are you?
Sick as a dog.
Yeah, I know. You sounded like shit yesterday. You sound even worse today.
It's all right. Money doesn't stop.
Hell no. I appreciate you showing up, man. It's dedication, brother.
I've been up all night for KBO. We're good.
Oh, yeah, dude. I appreciate that play, man. Catch
That
us
was
the fuck out.
that was easy. Fifth inning
Yep.
winner.
I didn't
Easy.
even know what they scored. I just woke up to a winning ticket.
They won 10-5 or something, but
Oh, good
they
shit, bro.
yep, it was a perfect spot and
Good
perfect
shit, man.
8-0 week for KBO for members and 4-0 and 4-0 max plays this week. So it was a really good week.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is a hell of a week. So go ahead. You might as well roll right into it. How was your day yesterday?
Oh, it was good. We swept the day yesterday. Rutgers money line comes through. Talk about a team that was outplayed in every facet, but they were able to win that game. That was a wild one to say the least. But yeah, we take Rutgers, get that W yesterday. We had the Shohei 1+ RBIs on the show for you guys yesterday, so we hit that as well. And then KBO last night and KBO this morning. So it was a real good start to the weekend. And I feel like I'm missing one other play. No, I guess that was it. Yeah, Rutgers, Hanwha, Kiwoom over, and then the KT total today. So yeah, it was a small Friday slate. I mean, as we talked about it, I made a point to stay away from that that Miami game, and wow, I'm glad I did. But yeah, it was a good Friday night, ready for the weekend. So good start to college football. What a 10 minutes of football there last night.
Yeah, dude, yesterday was a pretty good day. I actually I enjoyed the shit out of that Miami and
Virginia
whatchamacallit
Tech.
game last night. It was such a good game, bro.
Yeah.
Um, it was such a good game. Virginia Tech really did show up. I mean, it was beautiful. It was a good game, man. Miami pulled it off. I really didn't think they were going to give it to them, but they did. Either way, that was my only VIP play and the only play I bet yesterday, besides the play on the show that we did the home run lay. By the way, only Corbin Carroll hit a home run yesterday on that lay. And it's crazy because Josh Lau, he doubled deep, man. Like that ball was gone. I don't know what happened, what put it back in, but it is what it is. But anyway, my only VIP play yesterday was Miami's team total to go over the 34.5. If you guys seen how that game went yesterday, you know it was nothing easy about that game or about that cash. But we still got it done, man. We roll into today on fire. We gave out some really good looks yesterday, Callie, on the show, man. I know you cashed your best bet, like you said. Sadly, my Twins play did not get there. But regardless, man, we had some really good plays yesterday that we gave out on the show. Looking forward to doing it again today. So I just handpicked a few games for us to talk about here. Obviously, we can go into other games as we go down the slate. So basically, what I'm going to do, Callie, is we're going to do it in time frames. We're going to do the college slate in time frames. I got a few games I want to talk about, and then you bring up a few games you want to talk about in that time frame, and we'll just bounce off of each other. Sound good?
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
All right. All right. So I guess we both did our recap. Let's just hop right into it, man. So obviously, guys, it's week 5, college football Saturday. Super excited. Um, Before we get started, because I know that the game started at 12 o'clock. I do want to know where let you guys know, and we'll do it in the middle of the show too. But I highly advise you guys, man, if you want to sign up for VIP, man, hit me up now. Get signed up now before the games get started. You can get with me for your first month if you're a new member for $10. I'm telling you, it's cheap. It's very very cheap, and you're going to make money. We're going to dominate this weekend. We got all day college football. Tomorrow we got NFL. It's going to be a huge weekend. I'm telling y'all, hit me up. Callie, you want to tell them before we get started where they can grab yours at?
Yeah, you can find me as usual on Twitter at California Wager. You can find me on Insta. You can find me on TikTok. And yeah, not as flashy as the rest of the guys. And that's how I like it. We don't do 10, 20, 50 unit plays. We just consistently win and grind. And it's what keeps me up doing my thing every day for my family. So you want to know what real plays are, you've got them from Plug and I and a bunch of guys in this outlet, and happy to hook you guys up. It's been a good week, a couple free plays last week and a couple winners last night, so we'll keep on moving.
Yes, sir. There's absolutely no reason why you guys should not be hooked up with one of us, man. All right, let's get into the plays, man. The first game we got today on the board, it looks like it's going to be yep, it is. It's Michigan taking on Minnesota. So we got Michigan taking on Minnesota here. It looks like, hold on, give me a second. All right, so we got Minnesota getting 10.5 points in this game. We got Michigan laying 10.5 points here. It looks like Michigan's at home, so we are in Ann Arbor for this game. Obviously, we're at the big house. We got a total of 34.5. Oh, Michigan's a pretty big favorite here. I'm not necessarily thrilled about laying 10.5 points with Michigan here, Callie. What's really catching my eye is this low ass total. They got a total at 34.5 here. You know, Michigan did get a win versus USC, and I'm not going to lie to y'all, I was shocked. I really was. I was shocked Michigan pulled that game off. They were very good with using Orgy as a dual threat that he is. I mean, he ran the ball extremely well. He looked good doing it. And I think they're going to stick to that kind of routine in this game. And if they do, they're going to have a lot of success doing it. You know, I think, because Orgy's passing game is terrible. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but this guy cannot throw the ball. He don't really. They're going to stick to running. Is my point. I think Michigan is going to stick to running the ball, and Minnesota's defense ain't terrible, but they can't defend the run at all. That is their biggest problem with Minnesota is defending the run. So we know and then you got Minnesota that they can move the ball through the air, but Michigan has trouble defending the pass. So I think both teams are going to be able to score here. I think Michigan's going to be able to score at will. I just don't understand this total, man, at 34.5. It is super low, and it's scaring me because it's super low for a reason. So there's obviously maybe something I'm not seeing. Callie, what do you got in this one, man? I think this total is way too low, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I think that great logos to the Battle of the M's on this. It's to me, I think again, this is people thinking this is 1995 Big Ten football. This Michigan team is different, even from last year. We've seen that they're a little bit different. Obviously, their team is going to want to run the ball, want to lead on defense, but I think that, quite frankly, Michigan is a team that people are a little bit skewed from what they saw early on in the year. Obviously, you win the national championship, everybody's expectations are going to be high on you no matter what. As we've seen with NIL, the talent distribution across the country is massive now. It's not these super teams like we saw, even on the level of a Georgia and an Alabama. There's talent now that's going literally where the money is taking them because it is an option now. So it's very interesting. We talked about that UNLV situation. That thing continues to come to light. That is terrible. I mean, just bad on every angle, and we're not surprised with it. But in this one, I agree. I think it correlates total with the game. I could see Minnesota keeping it somewhat close, but regardless in this one, 34.5 seems too low to me. If you're thinking Minnesota's going to keep it close, who's to say that this thing doesn't get closer to an overtime kind of situation? And it's called overtime for a reason. Um, I was literally thinking about this again the other day, and I was just laughing to myself. I was like, "It is overtime is time for the overs to go. Like, you
Yep.
got an under, you're dead. You survive overtime with an under, you've got more gray hair than I probably do at this point, so wouldn't surprise me. But I do like the over 34 and a half. I think it's just too low. It doesn't take that much. We look at what Michigan did a couple weeks ago against USC, and that's against a pretty decent Trojans defense. So 34 and a half seems a little too low to me. I like Michigan to get the win. Worry about the cover though. 10 and a half is just, it's a big number. Always is, always will be, obviously in the big house, but I do think that over 34 and a half is a good play.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just can't see us not getting there. There's so many things that could happen to get us over this number. It's almost worth taking. It just worries me that they have it set so low. And it's like you said, I understand it's Big Ten football, and there's always that stigma around it of gritty defensive games, low scoring, no offense. I get it, man. But like you said, Callie, this is a different Michigan team. And honestly, I know this sounds crazy, but Michigan might be able to put this up on their own. I mean, from what I've seen from them, man, if they can run the ball the way they did and the way Orgy's been running, I think they'll be okay, man. I definitely do like the over in this game. I think it's the safest play to back in this game. If you can find any player props in this one, uh, you know, let me see if I'm getting any here. So they got Alex Orgy's rushing yards at a 40 plus at a minus 140. I'm telling y'all, I think they're going to stick to that game plan. You've seen it work against USC. I don't see why they're going to go against it because they are not going to have him air out the ball. They're not. He's going to run it. There's going to just be a lot of running here for Michigan, and it's going to be the complete opposite on the Minnesota side, I believe. So, all right. Let's see here. What else we got? Callie, we got these 12 o'clock games. This Michigan game was the only one that I wanted to talk about on this show. But man, we are loaded with games in this 12 o'clock slate. So I almost feel, actually, no, we got a couple more. I almost feel obligated to talk about a couple of these. So the next one we're going to go to this NIU game, Callie, against North Carolina State. Um, obviously we got Northern Illinois coming in at a 7.5 point underdog on the road, guys. You got NC State at home laying 7.5, and we got a total of 46.5 in this one, favorite to the over. Callie, I'm on NIU here. I think they win this game outright. They were riding a huge high. Uh, uh, and honestly, what they did, they were riding a huge high off of Notre Dame. They went in, and Buffalo caught them in overtime. They got caught sleeping. That's what happened to NIU. They got caught sleeping. But I think this is a great bounce back spot for this team. I believe in NIU this year. I like this team a lot. And now here they are playing NC State at home, who is banged up. I mean, this team is banged up, man. You got a questionable McCall. I'm sorry, I can't rock with that, bro. This NC State team, uh, they just I can't do it. They're not a threat. They are not a threat to me, man. And I am not laying a touchdown, more than a touchdown, with this team. I don't care if they're at home on the moon. I don't care where they're at. NIU is a tough, gritty team, and I think they come out here and show it. There's another problem with North Carolina State. They don't cover. They do not cover spreads. This is a horrible team to be backing for betters. Um, you know, I don't know. NC State, we have seen it multiple times with this team, Callie. NC State lets teams hang around. They really do. They let teams hang around. And if you're giving me more than a touchdown here, even if it's a half a point, I will be happy to take the 7.5 with NIU in a game that I think they can win outright. Cal, you got anything for this? Gotta lose them. All right, there you are. You're back.
There you go. Yeah, NIU. I mean, they've already done it for me this year. To take out, we have NIU over Notre Dame earlier this year on the money line. The Huskies have been great. I give them a lot of credit in terms of, the mental capacity to be able to handle what they've already done. They got the bye, which was terrific, coming off of that big win over Notre
I
Dame.
forgot about that. They
Yeah,
had to buy up.
yes, they get to soak it in a little bit, which is great. Well deserved in every sense. It's going to be a difficult spot. NC State, tough place to play. NC State, like you said, has been really poor with covering, really poor with handling business, and a team that, myself included, a lot of people had decently high expectations for them early in this year. I think that they've fallen back a little bit. Not as pleased with what I've seen from them across the board. And at the end of the day, players aside, winning is winning. If you're used to a winning atmosphere, a winning attitude, a winning program, makes all those little things simple. However, NC State is not in that bracket yet, and I thought this year would be a big step up for them. It just hasn't yet. Doesn't mean they can't continue to play well, finish the year strongly, but NIU, hard to go against Cinderella right now, who's playing just phenomenal football, hyped. I love their coach. I mean, you run through a wall for that guy, and it carries over. I think that I like the 7.5, and I kind of lean the under 46.5. That NIU is more of a team that's going to just try to grind their first downs, find ways to continue to possess the ball. 46.5 is decently high. And again, we got weather all over the East Coast. So questions of wind, rain, and bless all you guys. Hope everybody's safe out there. But it is going to be an interesting weekend, and I guess week probably, with what this weather is going to do out there. So definitely something to think about for kickers and passing and all those things where, the ball's going to get up in the air. Something to think about as well. But I do lean NIU. Give me the Huskies.
All right. I'm glad we're on the same side on this one, man. I'm really glad we're on the same side on this one. Yeah, big NIU here, guys. Let's ride NIU. I think they get it done. Like I said, I believe in this Huskies team, man. I like them a lot. I like what I've seen from them. This team got a lot of heart. And like I said, NC State, no possible way can I lay a touchdown and a half with this team right now. They're just banged up. They have been bad to us for the last couple of years. They just don't respect don't respect your money when it comes to betting. And like I said, they're just banged up, man. No McCall, that's a problem for me. That's a big problem for me with this team. So NIU as a dog here. Let's fucking go. I think the Huskies are barking, Callie. All right. Let's see what else we got in this 12 o'clock slate here. That's the only two games I had written down, but we will be happy to look at more. Guys, if you have any games that you want to talk about that we might skip, please put them in the comments. Me and Callie have no problem talking about any game on the board, man. We might not know deep detail about every team, but we could definitely give you guys our opinion on any game that you see on the slate. So, Callie, I picked the last two. Is there anything else in this 12 o'clock slate that you like, man? There's a couple really good ones, man. There's BYU and Baylor. We got OSU playing Kansas State. I mean, there's quite a few good ones. Maryland, Indiana.
Yeah, a lot of my VIP card is this morning. I'll have a play in the BYU Baylor game. I'll have a play in the Oklahoma State Kansas game. Free play that I will give out right now that I like. Ole Miss team total over. Kentucky coming off that battle last week. They played another great game. I think it's the third time in a row now with Georgia that they've just battled them to the end. Now they travel to Ole Miss. You get to go to Mr. Kiffin land. You're going against the offense that is run, gun, and consistent and is going to heave it all over the damn place. So I like Ole Miss with that team total. It's a big number at 15.5, 15. But I do like that team total with Ole Miss. I think it's at 33.5, 34. I think that they get there. Kind of correlates to the over in the game as well. But I do like the Rebels to handle business today offensively.
Yep, I'm looking up the team total for you now. So we are getting Ole Miss sitting at a. So we got Ole Miss. You can grab them at a over 32 and a half at a minus 145, over 33 and a half at a minus 130.
Okay.
You're
Yeah, we
34
grab.
and a half at a minus 105. I like it. I think they roll. I think Ole Miss rolls here. The line opened up at a 17. The line opened up at a 17. We're now getting at a 15 and a half. So obviously we got some money coming in on Kentucky here, guys. But that's okay for me at least. I don't mind it. The Rebels, they really haven't. My only worry here is that they really haven't seen a defense like Kentucky yet. And the Wildcats did hold Georgia pretty well, so that does worry me a little bit here. But this Rebels offense, man, is just a whole. I don't even know what to call them. They're explosive, bro. This Ole Miss offense is explosive. And I mean, look, I they have been just on a rampage, honestly. Uh, you know, I don't know, man. I think they could win this game right here in a blowout fashion. It's going to look really good when it comes to all these games. Really will. It's going to look really good when it comes to the committee. So I'm with you here. I love Ole Miss. I think they keep up the offensive attack that they have been. Yeah, I'm all over Ole Miss with you here, man. I'm trying to look up some passing props or something, but they're not really giving us much to work with, man. Um, yeah, it's too hard to find fucking college props anymore, man.
Yeah, they've been cutting them off for players too, so that it's not so based on that. They're not getting all the flack from it from people too.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. All right, all right, let's move on then. Like I said, guys, if you got anything in the comments, a game that we skip because obviously we can't talk about every game, please put it in the comments. Let us know. We'll be happy to talk about the game. But let's move on. We're going to be heading into that was the 12 o'clock slate. Let's head down into the 3:30 slate. I know this is probably a game a lot of people are anticipating and looking forward to. We got Notre Dame taking on Louisville. So you got Louisville coming in this game, man, as a 6.5 point underdog going against Notre Dame at home. Notre Dame's only laying 6.5 here. That 6.5 number in college football, in my opinion, a lot of people say the 5.5 is like a really crucial number. And it is. 5.5 is a crucial number in betting football. But this 6.5 is almost just as crucial in my opinion, because when you set a 6.5 like that, you already got someone thinking, okay, good, I ain't gotta buy it up, I ain't gotta buy it down, I can just keep it right here. And it kind of that 6.5 almost entices you to take it. I don't know how to explain it to y'all, but it's just it's a good number for football. So now we're in South Bend. Notre Dame been, you know I don't know what's going on with this team, but I after that NIU loss, I mean this team has flipped the script. They've been pretty pissed off. It looks like they're playing pissed off football. And we know Notre Dame. When you think of Notre Dame, what do you think of? You think of college football, right? This is a college football team. This is a college football school. Everything about Notre Dame is college football, in my opinion. At least that's how I grew up and how I always looked at Notre Dame was just college football. It's hard for me to see Louisville come in here and not only win this game but actually cover this game. But I really do think they do. I've liked what I've seen from Louisville. I mean, you got okay, it's cool. Notre Dame, man, they beat teams like Miami, Ohio. I mean, they put a beat down on Purdue. That was nasty work. They put a beat down on Purdue. But I'm not really loving Notre Dame as much as everyone else. And I just can't. This Louisville, they have a great defense, right? They really do. They have a great defense. They have a they have a they have a quarterback who's experienced, right? With Shug. I think, dude, I'm telling you, Louisville, if they come in here and play that defense that they play, I think they're going to really give Notre Dame a fit. And I think it looks really, really good to just be like, you know what, man, we see Notre Dame. They've been rolling lately. They already took that bad loss to NIU. That ain't going to happen again. Let me just lay this 6.5 with Notre Dame here. It looks like a great number. No, I'm taking Louisville here. Don't be surprised if Louisville wins this game outright, in my opinion.
You know how I feel about Notre Dame. I'm going to give any and every possibility I can to bet against the Irish. So uh, this to me is a prove it game for Louisville. Uh, Concerns for them. Um, it's an easy layoff for me just because of the inconsistency with both of these clubs. But quite frankly, I could see the Cardinals coming in here and handling business. I'm not sure at this point. Honestly, I would wait. I could see that Notre Dame game day alumni money coming in. We know how favorites move in college football. If you got your ticker open, if you have any of those screens, you watch that thing flash every minute quicker to each game. It comes banging, banging, banging. I wouldn't be surprised this game got to 7, which would entice me even more to take Louisville. Uh, I think that they're athletic, their defense is strong, and I don't like Notre Dame. I've never liked Notre Dame. And when you look in the eyes of that coach, he just doesn't look like someone that trusts the system, trusts himself, and thinks they're going to win. I just see that hesitancy all the time with him. And maybe it's because I'm a Notre Dame hater, but give me the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I mean, I'm not necessarily a Notre Dame hater, and I know we're going to get a lot of heat for this. I can already see it. We're going to get a lot of heat for this. Notre Dame fans are relentless. But I just got to call it how I see it, guys, and give you where I think the best money is. And, I like it even more now that Callie's backing me with it here. So, yeah, man, I definitely do think that this is going to be a Louisville spot. I don't think it's going to be that easy for Notre Dame. Don't get me wrong, Notre Dame has been playing good football, guys. They truly have been. But like I said, they're playing teams like, now don't get me wrong, it ain't like Louisville ran through some absolute juggernauts or nothing. But, Notre Dame really hasn't neither. You got to remember, and here's another thing. Louisville has a great defense that can stop what? They can stop the run, right? They can stop the run, and that is big for Notre Dame. And like I said, they have that experienced quarterback with Tyler Shug. I think he shows up. We just seen him in Louisville defense look great versus Georgia Tech, a good Georgia Tech team. I don't care what no one says. This is a good Georgia Tech team, and now you're giving me 7 points. I'm going to take it all day, man. All right. So what else we got in this 3:30 slate? Remember, guys, man, we got 185 people in here. There's got to be some of y'all that have some games on your mind. Please put them in the comments. Let us know. We'll be happy to go over them because we have games selected for the show that we've seen value in before the show started. But if there's anything live that y'all want us to talk about, please put it in. If not, I'm just going to keep going off of my list. Um, Also, man, don't forget, don't take on this weekend by yourself. You can sign up for VIP with me or Cali Wagers, man. We got games starting in 2 hours. Don't sit on the sidelines, man. Hit us up. Get involved. Don't try to take the books on by yourself. It's a lot of work and there's a lot of games to dig through. All right. So this 3:30 slate, like we talked about the Louisville game. What else we got here? Colorado, UCF. We got Oklahoma and Auburn. Okay, maybe we can get into this one. Um, so we got Oklahoma and Auburn here. Um, Give me a second. My thing just.
What you need, man?
All right, so we got Oklahoma and Auburn. Let me see if I can find this. Boom. All right, so I think I skipped. I think I skipped a game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back in a minute. I think I skipped a game. All right, but I ain't got a tag for this one. But we got Auburn coming in. Damn, bro, it keeps jumping me up to the top on DraftKings, and I can't. Hold on, I gotta get the lines again. Give me a second, guys. Okay, here we go. All right, so we got Oklahoma at a minus 102. We got Auburn at home at a minus 118. We got a total of 44 here. It's slightly favored to the over in this one. They're asking us to lay 1.5 with Auburn. Oklahoma's getting 1.5 in this spot. Guys, like, is this a I don't know what to do. Like, this is messed up. I'm taking Auburn. It really shows, right? In my opinion, it really shows how bad this OU team really is. I mean, I'm dead ass serious. Being in a pick'em situation with Auburn is pretty telling to me. Jackson Arnold is not an option. I mean, he's not. He is not an option. And OU had to make that coaching. I don't know what to call it. Do we call it a coaching adjustment? I mean, they can put in Hawkins, but what can we really expect from Hawkins when you have no receivers? You have no weapons. Like, really? Like, okay, put in Hawkins. Like, we've seen it. He has no one. Look, I can't trust this team, man. I can't. Auburn, here's another thing, right? If you look at Auburn's schedule, bro, their schedule is brutal. Brutal coming up. So let's look at this. This is their last home game right here for a while, right? Then they hit a massive road trip. And I'm telling y'all, this is not no normal road trip. This is the gauntlet of gauntlet road trips. Um, so they have to take advantage of this weak OU team here and grab a win while they're at home and why they can. Because after this game, they go on the road. And guess who they see? They see Georgia on the road. They see Missouri. Then they see Kentucky. That's Auburn's next 3 road games. Bro, that is a brutal road trip. Brutal road trip. So I'm expecting Auburn to come out firing on all cylinders here. And they know that they got to grab this game now. Because if they don't, they could be looking at the next 4 weeks, 3 weeks of straight losses on the road. They have to grab this home win. I think this game is super important for Auburn here, and I think they're going to take advantage of a OU team when they're down. You know what I mean? This is college football, man. You got to take advantage of situations, and Auburn is put in a situation where they can take advantage of an OU team when they're down and being drugged through the mud right now. Because I'm telling you, man, like I said, sure, you know, have the coaching change, put in Hawkins. OU, you could do whatever you want. Right now, you guys are banged up, and you're not worth putting a penny on. And Auburn being a slight favorite here against OU, it gives me all the motivation I need to back Auburn here for the win. Give me Auburn on the money line in this one, Callie. Callie, you there?
Yeah, this game's going to be interesting. One of the more interesting games to watch today. Oklahoma. It's interesting how they've completely flipped that program, going from an offensive juggernaut that couldn't stop anyone to now a team that's completely struggling offensively with a pretty damn strong defense. But you look at last week, tough loss. Tennessee comes in and handles business. Obviously, there's a chance for some letdown, but you don't get that opportunity for it in the SEC. And here we go again. So you get to go up against an Auburn team now on the road, out of conference. It's going to be interesting. I like Auburn today as well. I don't love the War Eagles with what they've done so far, but at home against the Sooners team that just had a huge game, going to be right back into another one, another hostile environment. I do like Auburn today.
Yeah, it's not my favorite game to run to the window on, but I know a lot of people were kind of looking at this game and probably wondering, like, damn, man, like, what can I do on this one? So that's why I decided to put it on the list, but definitely a game I'm not running to the window on. So we got a couple people finally hitting the comments. We got James Felix in the comments. Good morning, James. And we got Lando. He's asking the Phillies and Nationals. Can the Nationals do that bullshit again against Wheeler on the mound? I'm not sure. I loved the Nationals yesterday. I gave them out on the show, Lando. I don't know if you were in here or not, but I absolutely loved the Nationals yesterday. I just didn't place the bet myself. I'm not going to be betting baseball until playoffs. But yeah, man, I have to look into it for you, but I will look into it. Just DM me, and I'll give you an answer once I look into it. So yes, Lando, I do. I like Auburn today on the money line. Absolutely. Not my favorite play on the board, but I do lean Auburn in this situation. All right. So 3:30 slate. So we're still in the 3:30 slate here. We have, man, there's some good ones. Yo, by the way, guys, if you go over to our YouTube channel, you could look up on YouTube. You just go to YouTube and type in the outlet Sports Ventures, and our YouTube channel will pop up. Me and Ozzy Caps do a Weekend Warrior. It's called the Weekend Warrior Show. We do one show about college football and one show about NFL. The college football show dropped yesterday, so you guys can go over there and check out games that we talk about on there, like Arkansas and Texas A&M. We talk about like TCU and Kansas and shit like that. So you guys can go over there and check them games out if you want. If we don't cover them on Plug Talk, they are over on the YouTube channel, and we do NFL over there as well. So I just wanted to put that out there for y'all. All right, so 3:30 slate. If no one has any other suggestions in this one, Callie, do you? Do you have any other suggestions for this slate? All right, I got one more. I got one more game then that I want to talk about in this one, and it is Louisiana taking on Virginia. I mean, Louisiana taking on Wake Forest. Um, so guys, this might be the most confusing game. Uh, well, actually, it's not. There's another one that's pretty damn confusing to me. That's not on here. Um, but this game, man, between Louisiana, and Wake Forest, I think the wrong team's favored. I don't have a background for this game. Sorry, guys. But I think the wrong team's favored here, honestly. So I'm not scared to bet against Wake Forest. I don't know if any of you guys are, but them making Wake Forest a favorite at home does not make me think that anything less of Louisiana. I don't care. The books are not going to get me on this one, man. They are putting that number out there, trying to make everyone be like, Wake Forest is at home. They're going to step up. No, man. Uh, you know, I don't think, like, dude, Clausen has been Clausen has been at Wake forever, right? And I don't think I have ever seen him in more trouble than he is in now this year. This Wake team is in trouble, bro. Um, you know, I the defense is awful, guys. awful. I don't know what else to say. We have seen this Louisiana team put up 33 or more points in all of their games this year. Don't get me wrong, it's not like they ran into some juggernauts, but are they really playing a juggernaut today? No, man, they're playing Wake Forest, who is not a threat. The wrong team is favored here. I do not understand this line, bro. So give me Louisiana in this one, man. I'm taking the money line here. Plus 136. I want to see if they dropped the team total yet. Still, no team total for this game. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. What is up with these college football lines? Like, bro, they give you whatever they want. Like, whatever they put out is what they put out for college football. If they decide to put player props out, they'll put them out. They decide to put out team totals, they'll put them out. Just fuck it. It's crazy. All right, Callie, you got anything for this one? All right, I guess Callie ain't there. All right, let's keep it moving. So we're gonna move down to we're gonna move down. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, that Arkansas and Texas A&M game, guys, is going to be a good one. Make sure y'all tune into that game. That is going to be a great game.
Texas A&M, can they figure out any consistency? That team
I
for how
doubt
many
it,
years
but I
now?
think they're gonna. I think they're gonna run into the what do pigs have? Tusk. They're gonna run into the tusk today. They're gonna get tusked. I
Sounds right.
don't know. What does a hog have? They
They
got
gotta
those
get
big ass tusks, right?
gotta get the horn. They get the horn, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Give them the horn.
All right. So Callie, I just talked about. I was just talking about the. What game was I just talking about? I can't even remember what I had for breakfast, man. I
Saturday
really
morning, I
can't.
know it.
What the hell was I just talking about, bro? What game was I just talking about? Did I write anything down? Oh, Louisiana game. They're playing Wake Forest. You got anything for that one?
I'd lean Louisiana, but honestly, I don't really. With what Wake is, they're so inconsistent. I don't have a huge feel. Louisiana was an interesting game too. I watched that Tulane game last week, and it felt very fishy for quite a while. So I wonder if away from home that might be a little different. Would lean me in terms of that towards the Demon Deacon side. So it's a layoff for me.
All right. All right. So we're going to just move right on down to the 7 o'clock slate then, man. Like I said, guys, I mean, this is your show just as much as it is mine. If you guys got any games you want us to cover or talk about, please put them in the comments, man. Me and Callie both are looking at the comments. We'll be happy to answer. James Felix, I will get you back in the I'll get you back in the Discord right away. If you can, I would hit up either Oliver or Takeoff on Twitter if you want to get in now and don't have to wait until after the show. But once I get off the show, James, I'll put you back in the Discord. Um, oh, Miss Red in the building. Miss Red, good morning, girl. How you doing? All right, so we're going down to the 7 o'clock slate, man. We're going to yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to Stanford, man. We're going to talk about Stanford and Clemson. I mean, what has gotten into the Tigers, bro? This team has been like another one that just someone shit in their cereal, and these boys have just been running ever since. Um, so we got Stanford coming in getting 22 and a half points, bro. Golly. And then we got Clemson laying 22 and a half. We got a total of 57 and a half. That's not enough. I'm sorry, that's not enough points. Um, so Clemson is a huge favorite here for obvious reasons. This team has been playing great football. I am not big on Stanford at all, but they did fuck me up last week. I ain't gonna lie to you. I keep trying to fade this team, and boy, oh boy, do they know how? Do they know how to just they screw me over all the time. Um, Look, I'm not sure what put Clemson into straight savage warrior mode, but they are rolling right now. I mean, this team has shown us that their offense is for real. Um, Stanford's defense is awful. It is absolutely awful, guys. Um, I also think Stanford can score though in this game. I really do, especially if Clemson lets. So we've seen it in that NC State game, right? Clemson was up like how many points going into the fourth? They were blowing them boys out the water. And what does Clemson do? The same thing we see them do all the time in just previous years as well. If they're in a blowout type of game, what this game could possibly turn into, they let off the gas. They did it in the NC State game already once this year, and I see no reason why that would change in this game. If Clemson gets up a good amount of points, they always let their foot off the gas, and it lets teams kind of not necessarily come back and win, but it puts them back in the game and it puts more points on the board. That's why I think either way we look at it, even if this turns into a blowout, I still think Clemson is going to do what they do and release the gas and let Stanford put some points up. Or I think Stanford is just going to come out and be able to go shot for shot with Clemson today. I do think that Stanford's going to be able to put up points today. Do I think it's going to be anywhere near as many as Clemson? No. Clemson should cover this number, but I'm not laying 22 and a half points with it against a Stanford team that loves to personally fuck me over. Now, when it comes to you guys, that's your decision. I do think Clemson will cover, but I think the much safer play here is the 57 and a half. There's no way around it to me. I think that's way too low. Way too low. I think Clemson has a possibility of a chance to put up 40 something on their own here. I mean, seriously. So I like I like the over 57 and a half, man. It's a no-brainer for me. Callie, what do you got?
It's ugly, but I'm on the tree again today. I had Stanford money line. I had Stanford plus 10.5 last week in their trip over to Syracuse. I worry that it's back-to-back weeks over there. But at the same time, who in their right mind is saying anything positive about Stanford? 3+ touchdowns. A team that's defense played as good as I've seen in I don't know how long last week. A team that has an offensive quarterback that's athletic for the first time in maybe ever at Stanford. A guy that, for one, is African-American, and two, can run the ball and consistently push it down the field. That is not something that Stanford has had for a long time. By no means does it say this team is going to be dominant, have a chance to win, but 22.5 points for me, and I could be completely wrong with it, but I have no problem stepping out on the edge on it. I'll take Stanford for 1% today. I already have them locked in at 22.5.
Yeah, I can't blame you, bro. I really can't. I can't blame you here. I mean, like I said, Stanford is, they love screwing me over, man. So that's why I'm not betting them. But I could definitely see them doing something here. Like I said, I think, and Callie, if you like Stanford, that means you need them to score. They're going to have to be able to score a lot to keep up with Clemson here. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think that the points I think eventually get there. What we saw with that Syracuse game is a lot of grinded out, a lot of third down conversions, but the clock's going to keep moving. Stanford's not going to put the ball in the air as much until they have to, which hopefully won't come too soon. But if they are within this game, I could see makes perfect sense why they would want to try to drain this clock, keep the ball on the ground, get this thing moving. Clemson has even remotely close to half their way, then this 57.5 should fly over. And like you said, and I talked to a couple guys earlier this year who both were all about Stanford overs this season. So
love it.
it shocked me, and they broke it down better. And Stanford is in my backyard for one of my places, and it's interesting to see this team with some offensive capability. Something that's been an issue for a long time. So it could be 55-0 today, but I'll take my chances with 3 touchdowns on the road. Look at what Miami had last night. So, things change, and it's easy to hate on Stanford and be all over Clemson right now. I mean, it's a perfect narrative why people like the Tigers with what they've been doing. But let's not forget who they were a few weeks ago. So,
Yeah.
let's remember that everybody is beatable, and this is college football, and style points are one thing, but the bowl has changed everything with getting so many teams in now. It's more about winning than winning with style. So we'll see. So I'll take the 3 touchdowns.
All right. I like it, man. I like it. I can't blame you at all. They have Stanford for two, or for Daniel, for Ashton Daniels. They have him for 2 passing touchdowns at a 235. I mean, that looks really good. They also got Klubnik for a 3 passing touchdowns at a plus 145. I think that looks good. Like I said, guys, I think there's going to be points in this game. All right. Yes. If you're talking, so Miss Red, if you're talking about the Clemson game, yes, absolutely. Whole game to go over the 57. Absolutely. Joseph Goldsmith, you want an underdog parlay? Yeah, I'll put one together for the end of the show. It'll be my best bet. I'll give out a two leg. I'll give out a 2-leg or a 3-leg underdog parlay for college football. All right. Let's see what else we got in this time frame here. I believe it's the 7 o'clock time frame. We're actually making really good time, guys. So we might be able to squeeze in a couple extra games here to talk about. So the 7 o'clock time frame. I have nothing. 7 o'clock, I do. We got Georgia and Alabama, obviously. Um, you know what? Let's just jump right into it. Fuck it, guys. Let's just jump right into it, man. Georgia versus Alabama. Why not? Um, I mean, it has to be talked about, right? Um, so we got Georgia coming in, laying 1 point. We got Alabama coming in as a slight dog here at B. Denny Stadium, boy. And you're giving me Alabama as a dog. So you got a total of 49 and a half. I wanted to take a total here. This is going to be an extremely, extremely high bet game, right? People have been waiting for this game before the season even started, right? These lines were dropped for this game before the season even started, people. Um, so look, we're obviously at B Denny, right? This is a rematch of the SEC title game, right, from last year. And I'm sure, because I know I haven't, and I could care less about Georgia, right? I could care less about Alabama. But I know if I haven't forgot about what Milroe was saying about Georgia, I know Georgia hasn't forgotten, right? I'll tell you guys in case y'all forgot, but I know I didn't. My man was chirping, bro. He was chirping heavy shit about, oh, Georgia gave up. They didn't want no smoke with Bama. They gave up in the middle of the game. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Milroe talking all that shit, right? I'm telling y'all, this. I'm thinking Georgia has revenge on their mind. I'm thinking Georgia is going to be coming out for blood in this game. This is also, uh, this is also DeBoer's first marquee game as an Alabama coach. I mean, this is a huge game. Bama is. I think Bama is in for one hell of a game here, just like the Bulldogs are in for one hell of a game. This kind of game comes down to who wants it more, in my opinion. Both teams are extremely talented. Both teams have multiple players that can absolutely just, some of the top guys in the country are on both of these teams. I mean, when we talk about a heavyweight fight, this is it. I mean, this is the college football heavyweight fight right here. Um, so I think it comes down to who wants it more. And I think Milroe honestly bit his team in the ass, because I think that Georgia had this game circled. I think they had this game circled. I think they're going to come out here looking for blood. I'm back in Georgia here. I'm back in Georgia at the minus 115. I think this is going to be an incredible game. I think it's going to be everything that it's hyped up to be, but you got to give me Georgia here to pull it out in the end. Some way, somehow, Bulldogs are going to win this game. Give me Georgia on the money line at a minus 115. Callie,
Should be a fun game today.
oh, hell yeah.
I mean, there's a couple good matchups today, and this obviously is pretty highlighted. I've got a lot of personal implications on this one. Got Milroe to win the Heisman. I took Alabama to win the conference. I took Alabama to make the playoffs. I took Alabama to win the whole thing. So today does have major implications, but it was also getting to this point that made those even available. Milroe has even a remotely good game, win or loss today. I still think he's in a pretty decent Heisman race. Bama wins any way, shape, or form. He's in a fabulous Heisman race, and anything in between is a good spot. Worry that Ward's status probably went down last night with how many interceptions he threw, and the game that they lost, that the phone call came in and said, we're not going to let Miami take an L on this. So definite protection there. It's going to be a great game. What can he do on his feet? I looked at something that stood out to me a little bit. I think last year it was around 19-18 for his rushing total. This year he's almost 40, something around 40 yards for Milroe. I think it says he's probably going to be a little bit more of a ground attack with this Bama team, and wouldn't surprise me. I mean, Georgia's defense continues to be absolutely dominant top to bottom, and this could be a preview of what might be a bowl game, and wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if this one comes down to the wire. I also wouldn't be surprised if one of these teams comes out and has an extremely dominant performance and wins by 2 touchdowns. With how good these teams can be when they're on, a small break means everything. So, a couple miscues and things could get sideways. I wouldn't key the season into it, but I would take a lot away from this game. So it will be something I sit back and enjoy. Hard to go against Georgia, but for a Cali guy, I really like Alabama. I'm not a huge Saban guy in terms of him as a person, but love what he's created. Love I really am impressed with what they've done this year too, of bringing in a new guy who you wondered how he was going to handle a situation like this. This isn't the Pac-12. This is the whole other world out here in the middle America, and he's done a really nice job handling it. And we said the right things, shaking the right hands, kissed the right babies. And now it's about winning. Either team wins this game, and they've got a pretty direct path to good things, regardless of what happens. Either team can take an L after this and still be in a fabulous position if they win this game today. So pick'em seems about right. Should be fun. Hard to not lean the under 49.5 if I had to make a play.
Yep. I kind of agree with you. I think the under is probably a good way to go too as well. Thing that worries me about the under is that it would not surprise me in the least if we don't see overtime in this game. That might, if your book allows you, that might actually be a really good bet. Everyone would love to see an overtime in this game, and I would not be surprised if we don't get one. This is going to be a great game. One I'm definitely tuning into tonight. You kind of have to if you're paying attention to college football. I kind of feel like you got to watch this game, right? So I will definitely be tuning into this one tonight. All right, guys, I got one more game on my slate for us to talk about. And then if anyone has any other games that we missed that you want to talk about, please put them in the comments now and I will go back over them. But if not, after this game, we're going to get the best bets and we're going to get up out of here. It's already been an hour. So the last game is probably going to be shocking to y'all. You're probably going to be like, why are we talking about this game? Because I personally need to for myself. I need to know. So we got SMU taking on Florida State. Okay. So guys, this game, and I was talking to my team about it this morning. This is either the biggest trap that I've ever seen, or this is the biggest gift that I've ever seen. And I guess there's only one way to find out, right? And that's till the game starts. So this is what I got out of this game. I mean, you got SMU laying SMU, right? here laying less than a touchdown is absolutely insane to me versus Florida State. Okay? I mean, this play looks so amazing. This could be honestly my play of the month. Like, I shit you not. All right? I don't care if SAU or FSU got a win over Cal. Okay? I could care less because in reality, my opinion, Florida State should have lost that game. Okay, Cal missed a couple field goals, and that was the ultimate ending of that game. Them missing them field goals, and that's why Florida State won that game. What has this team showed y'all? What has this team showed y'all? This is a bad team that still thinks that DJU is a quarterback, and he's not. This team is not good. There is no defense on this team whatsoever. None. Do you know this? Florida State cannot stop the run at all. Do you know what this SMU team is about to do to them? Bro, SMU is going to run the ball down their throat. I really do not understand this. FSU does not have the offensive horses, no pun intended, to keep up with SMU. They just don't. There is no way, any way I see this. I mean, dude, SMU just put up 66 on TCU. Now, that could be an argument, right? SMU just went in there, beat up on the Horned Frogs, blah blah blah. Now we're laying such a little number, it could be a big trap. Yes, it could be. But bro, Florida State is that bad where it's almost like I'm not worried about it. I just can't see a world where Florida State is going to come out on top here. They do not have they do not have the offensive attack to keep up with SMU. And that's all there is to it. SMU can literally run this ball the entire game and probably win this game by 2 touchdowns. Like I can't. I think the books are absolutely off their fucking rocker for this game. This line looks insane to me. Uh, I would run this up, honestly. I would run SMU up to 9.5, to the 13.5. I think SMU wins this game by at least 2 touchdowns. But again, the line worries me a little bit. I just do not understand this line. I don't. Even the total is suggesting that this is going to be a hard fought, drug out game. I mean, 46.5 with SMU laying 6 makes zero sense to me. I mean, the lines are just not really telling a story that fits to what we've seen this year. And that's why I'm so confused because the lines are telling me this is going to be a bit of a drug out, lower scoring type game. But from what I've seen, this should be, especially at home, this should be SMU start to finish, run the ball down their throat, score at will type of shit for SMU here. But again, the lines are not telling me that story, and it makes me extremely nervous because I capped this game at SMU being favored here by 9.5, anywhere between 9.5 to 11.5 in this game. Like they should honestly be in the double digits, in my opinion. And we get a 6 that is just not moving, not moving. So it worries me, man. But yeah, I'm on SMU here big. I think they win this game by 2 touchdowns. Callie, you got anything for this game? I know it's an ugly game, and I know it's a weird game to end on, but dude, I had to talk about it. It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
I have a teaser today with SMU at Pick'em. I like that play. I have that teased with another game tonight that I like on the West Coast as well. So I agree. Florida State did not win that game last week. They did not. They're the team that did not lose. Cal had every opportunity in that one. I mean, be embarrassed, Florida State. Like you survived last week, but this team is beyond disastrous. And from quarterback to coach to everyone in between, it's been an absolute disaster there. SMU with everything to play for. Hopes are high still. Expectations are huge there. What are we getting from this Florida State team? I mean, on again, off again. Have we seen them play even remotely close to their best? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe they're just not very good. And we get this game at SMU. So a lot of reasons that I lean it, a lot of reasons that I like it. Prove it to me, Florida State. You guys really interested in being anywhere else right now, knowing your season's already over? So we'll see.
Yep. We will. We will indeed see. So, me being just completely honest with y'all, the line, even though I am on SMU here, guys, the line is telling me Florida State wins this game outright. That's what the line is telling me. The line's telling me Florida State wins this game outright. My problem is there is nothing backing that up. Not a single thing is backing that up. That's why I think this is just, we see it every week, guys. We see it every day. The books, it's our job to find these type of lines, man. You know, it's our job to find these type of mistakes or these edges that we have over the books, right? And I think this might just be one of them. I think this might just be a misjudged line that we should take advantage of. I don't know what else. I'm going to go with what I know, and I know SMU can run this ball all over Florida State, and that is what I'm going to expect them to do. So I'm sticking to what I know. All right. We got Lando. He wants us to talk about Colorado versus UCF Knights. All right. I got you, big bro. Just so you know, I'm not big on Colorado at all, but I will always give you my unbiased opinion, 100%. But I'll tell you right from the rip, I did look at this game last night, and I like UCF here big. So yeah, I mean, so we got we got Colorado playing UCF here. Let me see if I can get these lines. Colorado is laying 13 and a half points. I seen it last night. I seen it last night, Lando, and it actually was 14 and a half. So this line is moving in favor of Colorado, right? So UCF now laying 13 and a half here. It dropped a point. You got a total of 62. Favored to the under here at a minus 112. Like I said, I like UCF here to win this game by at least 2 touchdowns. I'll lay the 13 and a half here. Colorado, sure, they were able to pick up a win against Baylor, but God, I mean, if that wasn't a miracle, I don't know what is. That throw was incredible, and I will not take anything away from that guy for that throw. It was perfect. It was a great catch. They won that game fair and square. But they really had their hands full that entire game with Baylor, and now you got to take on a UCF offense that honestly I think will be able to run and score with the Buffs here. The Knights have one of the best rushing attacks in the entire country. If you guys didn't know, this team is for real. They're going to be taking on a Colorado defense that honestly is pitiful. It is absolutely pitiful. This Colorado team had every chance to fix what they knew the problem was on this team. Obviously, quarterback's not the problem. Your quarterback got weapons. The offense looks good, but you guys have zero defense. You cannot protect your quarterback whatsoever. You had a whole offseason to fix these problems. And yeah, you kind of did, but no, you didn't, because we have not seen anything from this Colorado defense so far. And now you are taking on one of the best rushing attacks in the country and UCF. This is going to be a massacre. Colorado's offense might be able to move the ball, sure. Sanders has ridiculous talent. Okay, he does. The ability, the way this guy can scramble, the way he can just simply turn a dead play into nothing, right? Is remarkable. He's good. So that is always going to give Colorado a shot and an advantage to put up points. And if you're putting up points, you always have a chance to stay in a game. But I'm not sure if the defense is going to be able to stop UCF. UCF could easily have a couple stops in this game, right? Or force a couple turnovers and be up by 2 touchdowns in a blink of an eye. So look, man, uh, it's UCF for me in this one, Lando. I think the Knights beat Colorado up pretty bad today. That's just my opinion, man. I don't think Colorado has the defense. That's what it's going to come down to. I think UCF is going to get the turnovers they need to go up a couple touchdowns, and the game is just going to progressively move farther and farther away from Colorado. And when it's all said and done, UCF will probably be up by about 21 points. Honestly, I do like the over here. It's at 61.5. It's very high, but it's very high for a reason, and that's because you got, UCF who could probably put up 50 something tonight, honestly, if they really put their minds to it. So yeah, man. That's what I got for that one. It's UCF big, and I like UCF's team total. Anything under, anything under 48, 50, somewhere around there, I would take, bro. Which it's going to be under that. So all right, man. Callie had to leave, guys, so he's out of here. But I am going to give you guys my best bet today, and we are going to take. Let's take NIU plus the points, guys. It starts us off early. Kickoff is in about an hour. Let's start our day off with some Huskies, man. I think the Huskies are barking today. Give me NIU plus a 7.5. NIU plus a 7.5 here. And don't be scared of that money line, man. I think they have a good game here. I can't see any way NC State wins this game. The team is pitiful to me. They are going to be gold to fade all year. So keep that in the back of your head, guys, about this NC State team. They're just really banged up right now, and NIU is going to really take advantage of it. They're in the perfect spot, man, to take advantage of this. And NC State is terrible at covering spreads. Terrible. All right, man. That's all we got for today. I appreciate everyone who tuned in, man. We had almost 300 people in here today. I appreciate all you guys. If you can, share it with a friend. Let people know, about Plug Talk. I would highly appreciate it. Mondays, if you go to the Outlet Sports Ventures on YouTube and you or if you subscribe to my YouTube, you automatically get put into our Monday giveaways that come back this Monday coming up. So the Monday giveaways come back this Monday. For the show, you guys got me over 100 subscribers on YouTube. So I should have brought it back last week, but I will bring it back this week. So if you're not subscribed to the YouTube, go over to the Outlet Sports Ventures on YouTube and subscribe. You will automatically get put into the giveaway every week. And I did forget, Joseph, I'm sorry. I forgot to give you all an underdog parlay. My two underdogs are going to be it's Louisiana. We're taking Louisiana money line here, and we are going to take I can't I can't give you all another VIP play, man. All right, it's going to be Louisiana money line and NIU money line. That's going to be my two-leg dog parlay right there. So it's Louisiana money line at plus 136, and then we're going to take NIU. Where the damn Huskies at? Where the damn Huskies at? Damn Huskies. at a plus 225. Okay, we juicy. All right, it's a 667. So you got Northern Illinois taking on NC State, and then we got Louisiana taking on Wake Forest, and we're going to take the dogs in both of those, parlay them together. It's at a plus 667. That's my dog parlay of the day. But if you guys want the real plays, if you guys want the real money plays that I'm on, and I'm telling y'all, when I tell y'all I got some good ones today, we dominated. So no lie, guys. Anyone in my VIP will tell y'all, right? I'm hitting so far. We're already in week 5 in college football. In VIP, I'm hitting at an 80% clip in college football. Bro, that's insane. That is an insane number. 80% clip in college football I'm hitting at. It's been since we started, it's been straight money for us. And I'm expecting this weekend to be no different. We are on an absolute heater coming into this weekend. So I'm super excited, man. You guys can, if you're new around here, you can join my VIP as a new member for only $10 for a month, as a new member. Your first month is $10 only, and you get all my picks. You can't beat that, man. So make sure you guys tap in with me. My DMs are open. For anyone new here, we do plug talk every single day. Every single day we do plug talk. It's either at 11:30, 10:30, somewhere around that time. But I show up every day. As long as y'all keep showing up, I'll keep showing up. All right, guys, we got kickoff in an hour. Fucking college football Saturday. Let's make some money, man. It's going to be a big money night. I'm ready. I'm about to put out my VIP card, even though I dropped my big dog yesterday. Or I think I dropped my big dog early this morning. Because Saturdays I wake up at like 5 in the morning. So we could start. So I go into the office and start working, um, as everyone should. All right, guys. I appreciate all y'all, man. Let's make today a winning one. Please go subscribe over at my YouTube, The Outlet Sports Ventures. We have free articles, and you could read about all of our VIPs, see all of our handicappers, and everything you need to know about The Outlet Sports Ventures is all on our website. It is the outletsv.com. We got free articles over there in college football, soccer, hockey, whatever you want. Any game that we see value in, we'll do an article on and put it out for you for free. So it's a full article with a prediction. You could go up and look up our handicappers that we have over there, and you could subscribe to our website as well to get notified on any time we either drop a new article or we drop a new VIP promo. If you just subscribe to our email list, you can get notified with all that information. It's at the bottom of our homepage on the website. But other than that, man, you guys can find me right on Twitter or anywhere. So I appreciate all you guys, man. We'll be back tomorrow with the NFL edition of Plug Talk. Super excited about it. This weekend, man, last weekend was kind of weak in football for the weekend, but this weekend, man, we're lit. We got a lot of good games. There's a lot of value out there. And I'm super excited, man. So let's get this weekend started right. We already did actually yesterday. We started off great. So we're moving into today on fire. So I can't wait to see the outcome, man. I absolutely love my VIP picks today. Don't miss out, man. Go and grab yourself a $10 for a month. I mean, come on, guys. All right, let's make today a winning one, man. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm starting the show at 10 o'clock tomorrow. All right. So the show will be started at 10 o'clock tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for me. So I'll see you guys there. Let's make tonight a winning one.